Yes, people, welcome to the Real Talk Football TV Premier League debate show. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Tobias and myself, Shaq. All right, we'll start off first. SESKO to Man United. You got your striker. You beat Newcastle. Tobias, is he an upgrade?
Oh, time will tell. Um, I think he's an upgrade. He's still a learner driver.
Mm,
But I think with the help and the goals that we should have beside him in terms of Mbemo and Cunha, that should help massively. I'm 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 not, every time I've watched him, I've never really been convinced of the
mm,
hype.
mm,
So, but he seems to. He's always since he was at since he was 18, we've been looking at him,
mm,
and there's been hype around him
mm,
since forever. And I believe we was in for him the first time round, but obviously he was leaving from like Red Bull. He was gonna more than likely go to a Red Bull club,
mm,
and so probably he was probably better for his development that he didn't come straight to us because
mm,
we've been killing players for the longest.
mm.
Um, but yeah, he's here now. Uh, I, I see similarities with him and Hoyland. Um, everyone's always got their reservations about how how people from the Bundesliga come over to the Premier League, how that transfers. But but yeah, time will tell. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Hoyland now because someone's got to go if you've got Xerxes as well as um, yeah, but he's got a lot of pace. He's big in stature. He's got a leap on him. So yeah, time will tell. Time will tell with him.
Mm.
Looking from if you, I'm going to ask you the question from a rival. Are you concerned?
No, I'm not really concerned with Maynard. No disrespect. No disrespect. I'm not.
Yes,
I'm not
this guy's
concerned.
a born hater. This guy's a
I'm not.
born
I'm not
hater.
concerned. I think it'd be interesting to see how Man United take shape in the sense of the players they've brought in, because on paper it does look exciting. So let me just going to show you something. Let's put this on there. So if you look at that, if you look at the front three in Cunha and Burmo and Cisco, that does look exciting. The thing is with me, when I look at that, Cunha and Mbermo, I think Cunha's more of a ball carrier, and Mbermo wants to make runs in behind. It'd be interesting how the supply gets into Cisco. Is it out wide? Is it Dogu, Matsuari, or is it Ahmad? It could be
It
whoever.
could be Ahmad more than like.
So,
It's going to be the wing backs, isn't it?
yeah,
Mainly.
so I
Yeah.
look at that and it's like, where is the supply? Is because he's a big, strong lad. You want balls in the box, 6 foot plus, strong, good in the air, got a hammer of a shot, by the way. Um, yeah, he's got attributes. I think I look at this team on paper, it's better than most. It's top seven minimum. My
To be fair,
problem is,
the team was better than most last season on paper.
yeah, yeah,
So
but that's
we're
it.
not
Yeah,
talking
you're right.
upgrade on paper. The
But my
midfield
problem
just
is,
forever
that's it.
scares me now.
Yeah, and I think if you look at the box with Cunha and Bermo, Casemiro, Fernandez, they're very attack minded. I think if you're a 10, you can get into pockets of space where Fernandez is flimsy with his passing and Casemiro doesn't have legs. And if you can bypass that press, you've got Harry Maguire, turning and players running it. But I think going forward, I think you're going to score. I think it's going to change. But I think in transition, if you don't
I
get a
don't think
midfield,
Harry starts personally.
who
You,
starts there
you,
then?
well, you more than Mazraoui doesn't play as a wing back.
Okay, so you put
So
Mazraoui.
you be looking at Mazraoui, you be looking at Martinez.
But
He
Martinez is
likes
injured. He's injured.
yeah,
So
but
he's not
obviously
going to
when he
play.
goes back, he likes heaven. He likes heaven.
But as a
Um,
wing back,
no, as a centre half.
okay. But well, Martinez is injured. So if you've got Mazraoui,
Because
who's
on
your
the
right
right,
wing back then? Who's
you're
your
looking
right
at
wing back?
you'd be looking at Dallo more so. You're
Oh
looking at
yes,
Dallo
yes, Dallo,
or Ahmad.
Dallo. Where's Dallo?
Ahmad's
Yeah.
there. Ahmad's there.
Huh?
Ahmad's underdog.
Dallo.
No, Ahmad. If you was looking for
No,
Ahmad.
I'm looking for Dallo because Dallo
Oh.
would play right wing back, wouldn't he?
Well, you're looking at Ahmad. He likes Ahmad as a wing back, doesn't he?
Yeah, but okay. If you go to where is it? Ahmad. All right. So you got Ahmad and Dallo will be there, yeah. Oops. If you got so okay, so you got
Oh, he's looking Ahmad on the right.
Ahmad
Dorgu
on
on
the
the
right.
left. You've got Ahmad on the left.
Yeah, but Ahmad is ain't he left-footed
Yeah, but he's not going to play on the left. He doesn't play on the left. He plays on the right.
as a wing back.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well. All right. Well. Okay. But that will more than likely that will be if you got Ahmad on the right, Dallo on the left. That will be your midfield or your basically your strongest team, give or take. Kobe Mainu, maybe I don't know. I think he's maybe sub, but
Kobe
I think
Mainoo's going through that Elliot sort of thing. Is
yeah,
that they're good
crossroads.
players, but for the system that they're looking to play, I think Kobe needs the 3. Being in that 2. The style doesn't suit Fernandez, to be honest. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very, very interesting. But there's a lot of changeability in the squad, isn't there? You can put Fernandez in the 10. You know, you still got Mount that can play in the 10. Like Burma or Cunha can go up front potentially. So there's a lot of flexibility within the squad. There is a lot of flexibility, so you don't know. It's not going to be the same team. Well, given it's one game a week, take out the cups, the domestic cups. I don't see you can't be playing. I don't believe you can be playing the Ahmeds and Fernandez in the 2 in the midfield against the bigger teams. I think that's a bit more difficult, a bit more hard going. So that's where I expect him to change it up a bit. And the
Very
likes of
interesting.
to play.
But it feels like he's gone for in a sense of we've lacked goals last season. Now I've got 3 guys who could get all of them could get 15 plus. So he's I like it. I like it. I think they will score goals. I think they're going to be exciting. I think they're going to be unpredictable. I think they're going to be still be inconsistent. But I think going forward with wing backs to your front
Are we
line,
going to be a threat?
I think you're going to score lots of goals. You're going to score goals.
You're going to score.
There's goals.
And
I think Burma's
like
going to hit the ground running. I think there's goals. To be fair, there's going to be lots of goals. Fair play to good signings. Good signings.
there's lots of goals, hard working, different type of mentality, and the problematic players, personality wise, were the attacking players, wasn't they? Like the likes of
And I like a
Sancho.
Burma. Yeah. Like Sancho and that. No, you're right. But I like a Burma and Cunha in the sense of they're going to be hungry because they've been thinking this is about time. I should be playing for a big club. I should have got this move 2 years ago. So they've got a lot of good players that have got a point to prove that are hungry. And I think
I like them all. But are we going for the same targets if we have European football? That's a question I'd like to
No,
ask.
I think these are the type of players you get. This reminds me of when Liverpool were building. These are the type of players you need to buy, not
Very
the
much,
big ones.
very
These
similar.
ones,
Yeah.
very similar. Hungry, have been Premier League proven, have done well for a while, and everybody's just looked at each other waiting to sign one of these players, and someone needs to take the gamble. I think they're good signings. Good signings. Good signings. I think they're good signings. Yeah, it'd be interesting for Man United. They going forward, I think they look strong. I think one game a week. I think it's opened up for them where 5th place is up for grabs. I think I do believe that. I think top 4 depends what the order is, but I think 5th spot is up for grabs. Like talking
Well,
about 5th, it's Newcastle. Huh?
well, before we started doing the business that we have, and we only had Cunha, there was a risk of us being left way, way behind. So the realization must have kicked in that if we don't start making some decent signings, then yeah, we could be left in the abyss for some time. So it needed to happen. Definitely needed to happen. From the business that was going on elsewhere, like the Chelsea's, like yourselves, City's been spending money. So yeah, we had to do something.
100%, 100%. Going on to Newcastle, taking L's. So I was looking at the papers, and it was saying the players that they were linked with and tried to bid for, and they've all turned them down. They were talking about Delap, Kudus, Gay, SESKO, and Burmo, Cunha. So much players have turned down Newcastle, taking L's left, right, and centre. I think, in a sense of, for SESKO, I understand the Man United because it's Man United, top 5 biggest clubs in the planet, elite football club. And he would have the arrogance to think, okay, I want to be the player that brings Man United back from the doldrums. And I understand that. But he's gone with his heart. The head would say Newcastle, in the sense of where they are, with the manager who develops players. They're in the Champions League. You take Isak, they're going to love you straight away. I understand that point. If in the sense of where Newcastle are, I still think they're a tiny bit ahead of Man United in the sense of the project. But do Newcastle have to think to themselves, do they have to be clever in the signings they're trying to get? Because I feel if any of the big boys, to me, you've got the big boy table, which is Liverpool, Man United, Chelsea, Arsenal, Man City. They're the big boy table. Everything else is everybody else is on that second table, and it doesn't matter who you put there. So for me, if Man United are still, even with no Champions League football, if they're going for a player and Newcastle going for the player, I think 80% of the time they're going to go to Man United regardless. Do Newcastle have to be clever in their signings, in the sense of they can't be going for the top tier or the second tier type footballers?
But they haven't, have they? They've gone for the likes of Trafford. Obviously, he wanted to go back to City.
Yeah, but that's a guy who's got a ceiling to be a high level player. Like the players that they've been linked with, they might be second tier or third tier, but they have a ceiling to be a top player. So if they've got a ceiling to be a top player, the teams like Manchester United, Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City are going to have first pick regardless.
I think a lot has been made of it, obviously, because because we're in an era now where you just like to laugh at others in their downfall. It's been one of the most competitive transfer windows for a while, because a lot of teams have made moves, isn't it? There's been a lot of activity going on, so it's just unfortunate for them that the players that they've gone for have been of interest of others, because we've been rejected. We've been rejected. It's not the same. Dilap rejected us for Chelsea.
Yeah, but I know. But for example, if Chelsea weren't on the table, I believe he would have went Man United instead of Newcastle. That's what I'm saying. So Chelsea are a big boy club. So that's different. Chelsea are still, for me, are further ahead in the project than Manchester United. But if Chelsea weren't in the picture and it's between Newcastle and Man United, I still believe Delap would have chose Manchester United. Regardless of Champions League football.
I don't know. I really don't. But then, yeah, it would have been hard, because they've got the likes of Isak. Yeah, he wasn't being looked at like that, but it's big money they paid for him.
Yeah.
But
the thing is, that was a guy that a lot of clubs looked at. Arsenal looked at him. Liverpool looked at him. Man United looked at him. They all looked at him, but they all just looked at each other and said, "Who's gonna go first?" Well, Newcastle said, we'll take the gamble. But I think
they got the likes of Gomeres, they got the likes of Tonali. Tonali was a massive one. Yeah, we know why. We know why they're going now. But at the time,
they got sucked in. That's quality.
I was like, that's
we were eyes siding 100%. And the thing is, I think Newcastle's team is a serious side, and I think if they added the players that they were linked with, I believe they'll fight for the title, because I don't think they're far off. I think you look at their midfield. I think the manager tactically is good. They've got players on the counter attack. They can score goals. They just needed 3 or 4 players, and I think they would have been ready. But when the big boys like Liverpool, Man United, Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea come, I think still Newcastle are not there yet. We've been through it, and I think you're going through it now. We've been through it. When Sterling left, looked at Liverpool as a stepping stone. Luis Suarez, stepping stone. Coutinho, stepping stone. It happens. Till you build your team up where now Liverpool is your final destination now. It's only Real Madrid and Barcelona take your players. No Man City or whoever, or I know Bayern took Diaz, but that's a different story. But that's where Liverpool are now. It's a final destination. And we're in the sense of with SESKO, if he spoke to both clubs and they said, you know what, we're not a stepping stone club. This is a club where this is your final destination because we're a big club. He's going to think, I'm going to choose Man United then. If this is going to be my club for the next